Dear guidance professionals across Europe, for almost 30 years, Euroguidance have carried out learning mobility projects for career guidance professionals. Until today, thousands of professionals have been in different countries gaining knowledge and experience what is happening there. Estonia joined academia about 20 years ago, and about 200 professionals have been in other countries, and about the same number has been hosted here. It has been a great privilege. This year is different. Instead of traditional learning mobility, study visit type of learning mobility, and job shadowing, everything has been happened in virtual environments. Of course, technology has put us into practice, into test, and it has given us both challenges and opportunities. This year, we have mainly been working through the Moodle environment and using video conferencing platforms like Bluebutton and MS Teams, but also technologies like Kahoot, Mentimeter, and Padlet. From the very beginning, we decided together with participants and hosts that we will be curious, we will be brave, and we will be patient at the same time. Today, we have a final session in Estonian Public Employment Service in Estonian PES. And I'm really happy to introduce Inge-Helene Pello, who is actually a career counselor in her everyday life, but today she acts as a tour guide. So welcome on board, Inge-Helene, floor is yours.
Thank you. Dear e-academia learners, welcome to our brand new Career Center, which was opened from September 2020. This is a one-stop shop for everyone. Everyone are welcomed, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a parent, whether you're employed or unemployed, come to visit us. The center stands out with its innovative approach towards how to make career, how to analyze your skills, or test your abilities. We have new technology right by here and new digital tools, and I would like to introduce you these today. So let's take a look together. And this tool here is called the interview box, and you can now practice an interview by using this box. So if you know that the interview is approaching, whether you're a student or you would like to apply for a job, you can simply come here and you will be asked the most common questions that might come up in a job interview. Shall we check it out by ourselves? Let's take a look. Right, so we're now here. It's available in 3 different languages, in Estonian, in Russian, and in English. And when we switch to English, we can now decide whether we would like to apply for a job or we would like to apply for school. As I said, there will be a series of questions asked from you, which are the most common questions that might come up in a job interview. So there's also a camera recording you at all times. And when you finish the interview, you can send it right away onto your email address and download it at home. That's a very good chance, for example, to analyze it further, for example, with a career specialist. Let's take a look. So let's imagine that we're going to now apply for a job.
Hello, and thanks for coming to this job interview. Let's start with you briefly describing yourself a bit. So what kind of a person are you?
So now there's a time to think about it and give your answer. We now continue.
So
let's see.
What do you like and dislike about other people?
Again, so you go through 12 different questions in this section, and then you can send it very simply onto your email and download it with the video. And this is a new way how to prepare for job interviews. So when you know that the interview is approaching, please come here and use this box. But we're going to move on here. This is our second digital tool, which is called A World Without Borders. And just come here, take a seat, adjust the knob, and you will be hearing 8 people's career stories and why they have chosen a particular career path. This is here to widen people's horizon about different professions, about different career paths that you can take in your life, and also you can think about international learning and job mobility, for example. So let's now go onto the first floor where the majority of our tools are located. When we're going downstairs, I will pay your attention onto this desk right on the left side, and there are career information specialists sitting around these tables in the future, and they will help you with your CVs, motivational letters, with your job interview, or whatever query you might have. But we're gonna go to this desk here. And this desk is called Know Your Abilities. There are 5 different categories represented here that you can test your abilities in it. First of all, we have reaction speed. So how good is your reaction speed? Shall we try it out? To start, we need to press the button, and now we're ready to start. So let's see how quick is my reaction today. Right, I have scored 25 today, and this is the score. So you can come here, think about the profession. For example, where do you need reaction speed? In which profession? Now we move on to the spatiality, and here you can test your spatial thinking. For example, some people really enjoy spatial thinking, they are very good at it. Some people might need to maybe develop their skills in this area, but come along and see what you need to do. So for example, here you must choose the correct shape. So that's the first task, and we're gonna think which can be the correct shape. Let's go for D. Right, we see that this is the correct answer. So again, in this series, you're gonna go through 5 questions and you will get the results. How good you are in this field, and how can you as well develop this field in the future. Now, we're gonna move on to the colors section. And how can you see the colors? Can you arrange them in the right order? So there are different tasks that are given to you, which you see right in front of you now. When you have made your selection, you can check the answer by simply just turning the button out there. Excellent. But now we're gonna head to the language section. And how good are your reasoning skills, for example? This is a language task where you must go through, again, different questions, and you need to understand how you are going to reply to a specific question. And this shows your language ability and your reasoning skills. And finally, our 5th category is represented here, and you can test how accurate is actually your hand. Will you be able to become a doctor? Let's take a look. My hand is shaking at the moment because I'm doing a live broadcast, but, but here we go. Let's see, how is it gonna go? So basically, the idea is very easy. And when we have, for example, a group of students coming here, we can also analyze what abilities do you need in different professions. You can analyze, you can think, and then react accordingly. Now, we're heading to the balance in your life. We perform a variety of tasks on a daily basis, and here you can see some of the tasks. So for example, we're gonna begin, and how much time do you spend on family? How much time do you spend on work? How much time for studying? Or what about health, leisure time, friends, TV or internet, or sleep. And you can see a diagram here forming, and it's a good way to analyze yourself. Is my work and home life balanced? Or what do I actually need to do for it to become balanced? So a good point here to think about. But we're now going to head to the next section. And this is the section about know yourself. And we have 3 tools here, all with the same program. And there are 6 categories represented here, starting from entrepreneurship, ending with legal rights, law, or career change. So everyone who come here can think which topic they would like to analyze. Let's say we're going to do the entrepreneurship today. We're going to start and we're going to answer to 20 different questions. For example, the first question, I enjoy setting goals for myself and planning my own budget. Do you enjoy that? Yes, no, maybe. So you're going to decide. When you've done 20 questions, let's go them through so you can get the idea. Right, you can get a result. And great is that you can actually send the result as well onto your email address. So if you're preparing to go to see a career advisor, it would be great to print it out and take it with you, for example, and then the career advisor can also help you to analyze the results. Now, let's move on. You can see the world without borders again briefly, but we are moving on to the Estonians in the world. And this is a visual map. And these little black dots that you can see are represented here represent Estonian people in the world. So whether you have studied abroad or you have worked abroad, come here and put the dot in the map. This is a good way for the visitors as well to understand how mobile are Estonians, and also to think about yourself. Would you be ready to relocate to another country, for example, regarding studying purposes or work purposes? And we have time to move on to our new tool, which is called Studies and Interests Backpack. And there are different categories represented here, and as well different questions that come up. You can analyze either your interests or your skills. At the moment, we are analyzing our interests. So there are 54 questions. For example, I fulfill job tasks and achieve goals. Do you agree? Do you strongly agree? Can you manage? Does it need development, or you don't consider it necessary? So you're just gonna choose your answer, we finalize it, and here we go. So there's a result shown on the screen in different percentages. So we see a leadership skill, 21%, creativity and ability to generalize, etc. It shows how communicative you are, how can you analyze things, and how adaptive you are. And this is based on Jay Holland's theories. So it's taking time, but you will also get really accurate results. So let's move on now to our other tool, which is called Occupational Wheel of Fortune. So come here and decide over your future profession. Let's see what it is this time. So, nanomedic, right. So if you don't know what it is, we have a booklet. And here you can take a look and read about this profession. And why is it good? Well, for example, we might think of very ordinary professions, such as a lawyer or any other. But here there are different professions represented, and some of them quite new and quite unique. So you can widen your horizon about different professions. there's also another educational side in it. You can think how much luck or coincidence plays a role in your job path. So this is another thing definitely to think in this section. So come here and take a look at different professions which are represented. So now we're going to move on to our other tool. And this is a fun, playful tool where you can test yourself and see yourself actually in different professions. So for example, let's say what professions we have represented. We're gonna try to switch it to English. So here we go. We have police officer represented, surgeon, farmer, and so on. So feel free to choose the one that you like. Let's say we're gonna go for a surgeon. And now the idea is that the person is going to sit down here, is going to look at the camera and can take a photo and see him or herself in this particular position. An excellent thing is also that you can send it onto your email address and after upload it, why not, to Instagram, Facebook, or any other social media channels. Now, we have moved on to our health corner. And these fascinating keyboards, for example, and tools that you see around here show you what and why is it important to pay attention on health and safety at work. What does it mean, health and safety in general? Why do we speak about it? Well, here you can see different tools. Maybe you weren't aware of those ergonomic mouses or keyboards. Well, now you know about them. And if your profession is, for example, related to writing, why not to have a keyboard like that? It's helping you in the future to stay healthy at work. Here we can see some stress balls and other gadgets related to health at work, or why not at home environment as well. You can actually take a look at your desk now. Where do you sit? Is everything nicely placed? But here we go. We have a career library here. And if you want to get some information about studying abroad, or you just want to read the recent and most relevant career books, you can come here, you can take a book and simply read about the field of interest. You can also take the booklets at home. We have OSCA represented here, which makes future job trends, and also some other booklets which you can see. Now we move on to the very exciting part, and this is our virtual reality area. And you see virtual reality glasses. And when we speak about the glasses, then you can just simply put them on, and one of our very famous actors is going to be your virtual guide and is going to show you around in a metal industry. So you can straight away jump into the metal industry by just simply putting the glasses on. And why do we speak about virtual reality in general? It's gaining more and more popularity in the world, so why not to come here and put the glasses on and experience it? It's a very unique experience. We're also hoping to get more videos in the future, so you can straight away put on the glasses and jump into the new field or new area, which might be not familiar. Here we go. This is the most loved tool by all our test groups so far. And now we are slowly heading to our last tool, and the last tool is called Desk of Your Dreams. And what do we mean by the Desk of Your Dreams? You can now answer to a series of questions again. There are 10 questions represented, and you can start thinking how your dream job or your dream work desk would look like. And you need to make decisions. For example, which work environment would you prefer to work in? Is it going to be indoors? Is it going to be outdoors? We will make our decision. Let's say it's going to be outdoors. But where would you like to work? Either in a city, abroad, countryside, underground, in the air. You're just going to make your selections. Let's do that now. And let's see quickly how our dream desk would look like. And this is the picture. So this will help you to think about your choices and how you can make your career path effective and how do you know to make the right choices. Well, thank you very much for listening to me. And when you happen to come to Estonia, please come to visit us. You're all very, very welcomed. Thank you very much and bye-bye.